Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Prime Minister. I have here an email from Andrew Burns, CEO of Hello World Travel, asking employees to accept pay cuts from the end of March when JobKeeper ends. Is this just the first round of Morrison pay cuts?
The Prime Minister has the call.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Mr Speaker, I haven't seen the correspondence to which the member refers, and I'd be happy for him to provide it to me. Mr Speaker, the JobKeeper program, as people in this place know, but more importantly as those around this country know, has been the game-changing program that has kept hundreds of thousands of Australians in work. In fact, has saved 700,000 jobs, Mr Speaker. On top of that, Mr Speaker, as we have said from the outset, that the JobKeeper program was proportionate, it was temporary, it was targeted, Mr Speaker, to ensure that Australia came through the worst period of the pandemic. Now, we have always recognised, as we have been transitioning, Mr Speaker, the JobKeeper program from its very significant levels of uptake early in the pandemic, that we have moved towards other forms of support, in particular in terms of the travel agent sector, with the support of some 127 million, I think it is, Mr Speaker, 128 million, the Minister reminds me, of direct support to travel agents because we understood the very specific challenges that travel agents faced. And I thank all of my colleagues who, on behalf of those jobs and those small business people in their electorates who raised those issues with me and with the Minister for Tourism at the time, now the Minister for Finance, and we crafted, Mr Speaker, a package to provide very direct support. And that has been our approach throughout this pandemic. Throughout this pandemic, to understand where the need was, to target support to that, but in a way that respected taxpayers' money, Mr Speaker, and understood that these transitions would have to occur because you cannot run the Australian economy on taxpayers' money forever. Mr Speaker, those opposite the Labor Party during this pandemic have had an each-way bet on the pandemic response throughout the last year, Mr Speaker. With one side of their mouth, they say they're with us, and with the other side of their mouth, Mr Speaker, they seek to undermine the effort. Mr Speaker, our government has been consistent and honest with people and delivered a support, Mr Speaker, that this country has never seen, that has saved jobs, that has got Australians back into work. Some 90% of the jobs that have been lost throughout the COVID-19 recession, Mr Speaker, have returned into the Australian economy. Mr Speaker, our plans are getting people back into work. They're going to keep getting people back into work, Mr Speaker. It is a difficult time for Australians all around this country, and they know they have had our support.